Good afternoon, ladies. Okay, so I saw this look that was on Pinterest and it was so pretty, and I wanted to recreate it with our colors and then show you how I did it. So as you can see, I've got a little bronze smoky eye going on, and I've got 3 coats of our 3D fiber mascara, and I've got a little neutral cheek and lip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do the other half. And you can see why it's important to do your eyebrows, because it helps to shape your entire look. Okay, so the colors we're going to use today are Confident, Sexy, Irresistible, Daring, and Infatuated. I know it sounds like a lot of colors, but it's going to help to create this really pretty bronzy look. Okay, and then for our blush, we're going to use Sweet. And for our eyebrows, we're going to use Foxy Concealer. We're going to use Prim Eyeliner, which we're also going to use on our eyes. You're going to want to get your Pristine eyeliner. You will want your Perfect eyeliner, of course your 3D fiber mascara, and then for our lips, I've lost my liner. There we go. For our lips, we're going to use Pouty, and we're going to use Lovesick. So hopefully I can do this really fast to recreate this for you guys, because I don't want this to be too long. Okay. So I'm not using the unique brushes because I don't have those yet. So I'm using the ones that I have. But which one to use first is just a flat shadow brush. And we're going to do Sexy first. And we're going to do that over the entire eyelid. So you want to kind of push it on there and then kind of paint it on. And cover the whole entire area. Sometimes what I like to do to really get a good first base coat, since this loose mineral kind of goes everywhere, see if you just dip a little bit of it in some water and then just kind of squeeze it out, and then just kind of wipe it across your hand so it just kind of gets damp and it's not soaking wet. Okay. And then I like to go on the inner corner and just put a tiny bit more. As you can see here on this side, I do just a little bit more just to give a kind of a highlight. And then just bring it just a little. Okay, so then wipe that off, and with that same brush, excuse me, we are going to do Irresistible. Get just a little bit. Oops, not too much. I think I got too much on there. And we're going to do just the eyelid. So do your eyelid, and then you're going to taper the color up without adding any more. Just taper it up just a little bit so it blends and you don't have that harsh line. I'm getting a little bit more. Oh, excuse me. Okay. So I got just a little bit more. So remember, when you put a little bit more color on, you keep it on there and then taper the color up. That way it blends. You don't ever want to add more, because then if you add more, then it's going to start to get darker around there, which you really don't want it to get darker. Okay, so next you're going to take a crease brush. Again, I don't have mine yet, so I'm just using the brushes that I do have. And we are going to get Infatuated. So put just a little bit. Oops, that's a bit much. If you get too much, if you just tap it, then the excess minerals will fall back into. So just get a little bit, and you're going to go into the crease of your eye. You barely want to touch your skin with the bristles. You don't want to feel it poking into your bone. Just a little bit. And then just taper it up a little bit. Just kind of blend it. Feel like it's not blending so well, just take your first brush that has a little bit of the Sexy on it and just kind of blend. Okay, there we go. So next, you want to get like a flat smudger brush. You can see that. And we are going to, oops, sorry. And we are going to get Confident. And again, if you get too much, just tap it. So this we're going to take underneath. This is going to help to create that smoky effect. I'll just kind of flick it up a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to get a little bit of our Daring. And we're going to start in the corner. And we're going to kind of just flick it just like that. And get a little bit in the crease. If you feel like you don't have enough or you didn't get enough as much color as the other side, just add until you feel that it's even. It's hard for me to tell because the lighting in here is weird. Okay. Okay, here we go. So we're starting to get a little bit even. Okay, then get just a tiny bit more Daring. And then we're gonna go over a little bit of that Confident. And then if you want to just kind of clean up anything over here, just take your flat brush, do this, and then bring it in. Okay, there we go. We're almost there. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is we are going to take Foxy, the concealer, and I am going to use my angled brush. And you're going to take an angled brush, and then you want to get your prim eyeliner. So one thing that's really important about doing eyebrows is you don't want to color on your skin. You literally are just flicking a little bit of color on the hairs. Like, I'm not touching my skin. Like, this is just me touching those little hairs that are out of place just to create a little outline. So this is what you want to do first. You want to just kind of outline. And again, don't touch your skin. Otherwise, you're going to get those eyebrows that look like you've Sharpied yourself. Oh, that one kind of got boxy. If you feel like you get a little bit boxy, just take your fingers, I gotta even it now, and just kind of rub it. Okay. So same idea when you color it in with a powder. You don't want to touch your skin. You're just lightly coloring in the hairs. So the hairs that are sparse, that's where it's going to fill in for you. So just gently, tiny little flicks. And don't use the liner to fill in your brows. You always just want to use that as an outline because it's going to just be a little guide for you. And then I kind of like to push my brows in the opposite direction and then bring them back over just to make sure I hit all those little hairs. Okay, there we go. And again, that was using Foxy Concealer and the Prim eyeliner. Okay, so next what we're going to do is with that same Prim liner, we're going to line the top. Now we're only going to go in from the outer corner about a quarter of the way in, and you want to get it as close to the lash line as possible. This is just going to be a really thin line to help create this little brown smoky look. Okay, there, if you can see, it doesn't go all the way. And then underneath, you're going to do the same thing. This one you can bring under just a little bit more. Okay, there you go. Now next what we're going to do is we're going to use our Perfect eyeliner pencil, and we're going to color the underneath your lashes in the waterline area. This is going to help for the base of your lashes to look a little bit fuller, and it's going to help to open your eyes. Okay, next you're going to get Pristine, which is the whites, and we're going to put this in the bottom waterline. So you can see in this one, with me doing that, it just kind of makes my eyes pop and open up just a little bit. So if you've got small eyes, this is really a great idea. I mean, even if you have big eyes, but for small eyes, this is really going to help to make your eyes pop. Okay. Okay, so real quick we're going to do our cheek before we finish up with our eye, and I am using Sweet, and I'm just using a stipple brush, again because I don't have my other brushes yet. So what you want to do is you want to smile, and at the bottom outer corner of your cheek is where you want to start, and then whisk your way up, and then in the circular upward outward motion right on that cheek line. You don't ever want to put it right here on the center of your cheeks because it's going to draw attention to your face, and it's going to make your face look fuller, and I don't think we want that, ladies. This is going to help just to lengthen our cheekbone and kind of accentuate it. Let me get this one even here. And this just gives a nice little soft color. So I tapped out about that much, so that's as much as I used on both of my cheeks. So just a little bit of color where you don't want to look like rodeo clowns. Okay, so next we are going to do our fiber mascara. Now make sure you have a brow brush. So what I like to do is I kind of like to comb through, before, just to kind of separate my lashes. Okay. So you should have your transplanting gel, and you should have your fibers. I like to start at the base and work my way up, but really get the base with this. And I push my lashes in all different directions to make sure that I coat every single lash. Sometimes I like to go up and down because it's going to kind of help to separate them a little bit to make sure they all get covered. And then sometimes I'll go behind it so I know I can get the tips, and I kind of twirl it so that it gets all the lashes. Oh, there goes that mascara face. I bet your face is awesome. Okay, and then we're gonna do our fibers. And again, I like to start at the base and then work my way up. And with this, you can do the same thing like with the gel, and you can push it in all different directions. I like to do the fiber sometimes up and down because then I know that I'm going to be hitting a lot more lashes. And then I go behind to really get that length. Oh, I kind of did this funky. Sorry, it's hard to see with this camera. And then I go through with my transplanting gel. I'm only going to do one coat for you because you guys get the idea. Then you do your second, and then you do your third. Okay. So now we're going to do our bottom lashes. Now sometimes this can be hard to do the bottom lashes because some people have none, or they have few, or they're just really short. So mine are really short. So just if you work it back and forth like that, I would really love to see what all your guys' mascara faces look like. If you ever notice when people put on mascara, they they make the funniest faces, and it's kind of funny sometimes. Okay. And then your fiber lashes. Hold on, I gotta use the mascara, or we have this nifty little mirror on our lip glosses, and this can help too, because I am getting little dots all over my face. Okay, and then for the underneath, I only did 1 coat, but for the top, I did the 3 coats. Okay. Okay, so there we go. So you get the gist on my eyes. Okay, so then we're gonna take our pouty lip liner. And first you wanna outline your lips. Okay, so once you do that, then you kind of want to take it and lay it on its side, and with the side of the crayon, or the pencil, I'm sorry, you want to color in your lip. This is going to help to make your lip gloss stay. And then take your Lovesick gloss. And voila, there you go. That's my little beautiful bronze look. So I hope you try it. I hope you love it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment in the bottom. Thanks.